guys, so today's video is going to be called my 15 fragrance keepers, meaning that these are the fragrances that I would keep if I were to downsize my collection, which I'm actually trying to do right now. I can't do 10 because some of these fragrances I just can't see myself without. Excuse me. 20 is a little bit too much for me as well. So I think that for me, a perfect 15 would be just the right number for myself. So I have two categories. I have spring and summer and fall and winter. So I got warmer and colder season fragrances. So let's start with the spring and summer. So this one is just a very casual fragrance, Nautica Voyage. So if you're a fragster, just any kind of fragster, great fragrance that lasts a pretty decent long time, and 25 bucks for a 100 ml. So definitely worth the money. This one here, I love the house. You know, this is a classy fragrance. It's a great signature scent. Very versatile. It's got a lot of lavender, so you may not like it if you don't like a lot of lavender. It's got pepper and citruses, and that is Salvatore Ferragamo Acqua Essenziale Blue. We gotta go for the compliment getter as well. Very safe fragrance from the house of Chanel, and that is Bleu de Chanel. But a lot of the women like this one, guys. Definitely in a lot of guys' top 10s out there. This one I don't think has ever been mentioned in the fragrance community, and it's from the house of Periellis, and that is Spirited. Definitely has a younger man's vibe, so it does have a bit of it. I don't want to say immature, but definitely a younger man's feel. But I really do like this one. It does have a bit of a free-spirited vibe as well. I guess that's why they named it Spirited. But I do like it. It's very casual, great for the springtime, and it does have a red apple note. And I really do like this one. Longevity is not the best, only get 3 to 4 hours, but for me, that's still decent because it does have its purpose. This one here is a decant that I finished, and I could see myself getting another one, just a bigger one this time. And it's from the house of Boyce 1920. I'm going to mispronounce it, but it's Agrumi Amari di Sicilia. So very classy fragrance. I would use this one when I'm dressing up a little bit, you know, stylishly, or just a great formal fragrance. You know, summertime is wedding season. I think that this would be a great fragrance for that. It has citrus. I believe it has some florals. It definitely has that vibe to it, and it might have some other fruity notes. It is unisex, but I do really like this one, and I'm gonna get a bigger decant. The last two in this in the summertime list, spring and summer. Let's just move these out of the way. This one here would be the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino knockoff. You know what it is already if you know my channel. Ferrari Bright Neroli. It's got a lot of Neroli, orange blossom, citrus. It's very similar to Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Just a fraction of the price tag, but also it's not as pronounced. I do prefer this one. These are the types of fragrances that I really like the most. Are your boring, fresh aquatics, and just freshies. I like the clean, fresh fragrances for the most part. And this is definitely one of my very favorites. Design-wise, this is a 10 out of 10, and it's made my 10 out of 10 perfect fragrance. And the last one, when it comes to the spring and summer, this is a unisex fragrance. I think it's a wonderful metrosexual fragrance. It has vanilla, citrus, got some neroli, I think, I'm not exactly sure, but it does have some orange blossom, and it's from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, and that is White Mimosa from the Tuscan scent line. Just a great fragrance. This here is the Eau de Parfum, or the EDP concentration. So that's it for the spring and summer. When it comes to fall and winter, I like to have this fragrance. I personally really do enjoy it. I was wearing it earlier in the week. A lot of people who are, let's say, niche heads, they'll think it's a decent fragrance, but it's nothing spectacular, and they might think that they're going to risk smelling like somebody else. Who knows, that may be, but to me, it doesn't matter. I really do like this one, and it is a classic, and I will admit that it is popular. Came out in 1998, and it's Hugo Boss bottled. It's got cinnamon, green apple, which it's known for, and vanilla, including other notes. Great fragrance. I think it's great for casual, but also for dressing up semi-formal. Another one that I really like, it's from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, and it's La Nuit de l'Homme. this is a very sexy fragrance. A lot of women do like this one. It does have a bit of a metrosexual feel, if you want to say, but it's not a very masculine fragrance. I do really like this one though. It's best suited for when you're dressing up a little bit, you know, like stylishly, suit and tie. Great date fragrance. Got a lot of cardamom. It's got some vanilla and other notes. I do get a bit of a chocolate cocoa type of vibe, and it does have a powdery undertone as well. Really great fragrance. Yves Saint Laurent, La Nuit de l'Homme. This one here is, I have mentioned this one in a number of my videos. I think it's a great signature scent. It's very classy. It's been getting a lot of love as of late, and it's from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, and that is F Black. I will admit that I did have this fragrance before. This is not my original one. I bought one about 3 years ago. I liked it, and then all of a sudden I hated it. I don't know if it was the lavender, if it was the pepper, or what. But I revisited it last year, and I just fell in love with it again, that I decided to get me a bottle. This is a great, cheap price fragrance. Not cheap smelling fragrance, but in price, it's a great cheap price fragrance that you can find online for about $30 to $40. Department store prices are you're gonna spend like $80 to $100 Canadian. This one here, I actually spent $100 Canadian at Holt Renfrew. My mistake, big stupid part of mine, but it's just a great fragrance. Very versatile, it's classy, signature scent worthy. The last 5. Let's go with this one. It's from the house of Boyce 1920. One of my very favorite fragrances of all time. Especially when it comes to the niche, and that is Boyce 1920 Sushi Empanada. One of the very best gourmands I've come across. It gets comparisons to like warm apple pie or apple crisp. It's got cinnamon, star anise, vanilla, so it's pretty much like dessert with a cinnamon sprinkled on top with nice cold vanilla ice cream melting on it. Just a great unisex fragrance. It's classy. I think it's very versatile. I wouldn't say it's casual, but you can use it for casual if you want. I think it's signature scent worthy and just a great date and going out fragrance. Boyce 1920 Sushi Empanada. The other one here. Now, a lot of people haven't really discussed this one or anything from the line, and I wish they would, because it is a great line. You know, it's from Hugo Boss, and I guess that's maybe the reason why a lot of people are overlooking it. But to be fair to you guys, that I believe that this is discontinued because it is becoming harder and harder to find. I love this fragrance. I love a few of the fragrances from this line. I pretty much covered all of them except for maybe 1 or 2. And it's from the Hugo Boss collection line. That is Silk and Jasmine. The 4 notes, you got jasmine, cloves, vanilla, and honey. Just a great unisex fragrance. I find it is sexy, it's elegant, it's classy. Women can pull it off just as well as men. They have some great fragrances, guys. You know, the other one that I really like is Velvet Amber. Those 2 are my very favorite from this the Hugo Boss collection line. They have put time, they have put quality into it. Some of the fragrances are kind of like, you know what, they're all right, but they're definitely not worth the price tag, you know. Another one that they put a lot of quality into is the Damask Oud one. Now, I hate oud. I will thoroughly admit that, you know, and I did a review of that one with Carlos, Brooklyn fragrance lover, and he even stated that it does come across as very dirty, the oud, you know. But I gave Dan Mickers, my Mickers, some samples of Damask Oud, and he apparently really enjoyed it. Said it's actually video worthy, so if you're watching this, I hope I definitely see a video of that. But please look into the collection line, guys, if you can. It is getting harder to find, I understand, but if you can, get your nose on it. But definitely Silk and Jasmine is one of my very favorites. The last 3. Alright. A lot of people complain about the longevity when it comes to this one, but I get about 8-9 hours. I think it's a great fragrance from John Varvatos, and it's actually the original. John Varvatos, the original. This is just a travel atomizer. When I run out of this, I could see myself getting a bottle. I do like it. Very classy. It's signature scent worthy. It's elegant. You know, it's very versatile. I wouldn't wear it casually. You can, but I think that this is a great going out, dressing up fragrance. It's got a really nice plum note. The other notes I don't know off by the top of my hand, but I really do like this one. This is one of the best from the entire John Varvatos house. Now the last 2 let's go with this one here. So they're both from they're both from two different Italian companies. And what I like about this Italian company is that they only cater to men. There's absolutely zero women, fashion, fragrances whatsoever. So finally we guys get a change or a treat for a change, right? So I love this one. A lot of people haven't really talked about it, you know, and it's from the house of Canali. You probably already know what it is, and we're just going to get right into it. Canali Black Diamond. It's got leather, sweetness, citrus. It's just a great signature scent. It's very classy, very formal. Can be used for any occasions, going out, date, work, school. You know, if you're let's say an older guy, you know, a young man could pull this one off very well. But if you're an older guy that's going back to school, you know, this would be a great signature scent for you guys. The only thing that I do not like about this right now is, or I should say the entire Canali line, is that they're all discontinued. I did reach out to Canali through Facebook asking them if they plan on bringing back the line. I find that they have some really great fragrances that really don't get a lot of praise or even talked about or mentioned in the community, and I hope that they bring it back because I think that it's great. The only thing that I don't like about it, however, now that it is discontinued, people are jacking up the price to the point where I find it's extortion. Yeah, I'm saying it on record. It's extortion, the amount of money that people are asking for this. I paid about, I think it was $70 or $80 for this one. This is an eau de parfum with the parfumeric concentration. I get it, it's going to cost a little bit more, and this is only like a 30 or a 30 ml, so it's going to cost me a little bit more. But people are charging like $250 to $325 on eBay for Black Diamond. Even like the Summer Night was going for $175. I'm telling you, that's extortion. If I love this fragrance to death, but there is absolutely no way that I would spend that kind of money on a discontinued designer. Keyword is designer. Even a Scala Magnetism is not worth that price, guys. But Canali Black Diamond is definitely one that I would keep. Now the last one that I'm going to talk about is from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. So as you can tell that I'm really digging the house. You know, I think that they got some great fragrances, and this and Canali are my two favorite houses out there. This one is from the Quintessential line, the Tuscan Soul line. Now you have two lines when it comes to their luxury fragrances. You have this, and you also have the Tuscan Scent line. So the black bottles are the Tuscan Scent line. They're the Eau de Parfum concentration. And we're going with Terra Rosa. It's a great classy fragrance. It's got some florals. It's a little bit dirty. I don't know the notes off by hand. I don't know any of the notes. I don't know if it has patchouli, if it has amber. I have no idea. But it does have some florals to it, and it is dark. There's no oud, thankfully, but it's very classy. This is a little bit mature, but you know, again, a 20, 25-year-old, if you're young, if you got the money to spend, because this is a little bit expensive. I spent about $205 or $210 American when I was at the Ferragamo boutique in Manhattan last year. I did a quick first impressions with guys like Max 40, Steven, Red Adolescence, Al, Rio Cappuccino, and also Louis from Creed. They think it's a very good fragrance, very well blended, and Max 40 even stated that it does remind him of a toned down Tom Ford Amber Absolute, I believe it was. If that's the case, I have no idea. I don't go downtown too often here. I haven't smelled Tom Ford's in a long time, and I find that Tom Ford, again, just an opinion, I think it's a little bit overrated. I don't like their daring fragrances, their heavy hitters, but this one definitely from Ferragamo I really do like. So I hope that a lot of you guys out there can really look into the Tuscan Scent, the Tuscan Soul, Quintessential. So this is the very top of their luxury line, then it's this, then it's the regular designers. Alright guys, so that's it for my 15 fragrance keepers. I hope you like. There's some gems in here that some people are not really going to agree, but you know what, it's all good. It's just my tastes are a little bit different from some of the others. But again, thank you for watching. Take care. Later.